version of Evening with Touring with Us. I can't remember what we were talking about. Maybe people were getting confused with the word touring with us. I don't know. But it is Nicolini Orange here. It is at 7 minutes past 7 p.m. UK time here on Sunday, the 21st of May 2023. We do apologise if we went off air very, very briefly, and it is annoying and frustrating when that happens. Of course, it is the first ever time that's ever happened to us here live on Touring with Us, and of course you never know what to expect when it goes live and it goes out to a wider audience. What I can say, and I can give you news of that, of course we are back on air, which is one thing. And number two, the reason why we went off air, it's not because we cut off of air. We actually had a fault with the phone. And the phone this time didn't actually have a signal problem. It was actually getting overheated. So, of course, that is the first ever time that we've experienced that. So we can only apologise for our technical hitch there. So hopefully we'll continue with the show right until about 7:30 this evening. So if you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to ask us at any one given time here. Look at this background, isn't it quite nice? Feels like we're having a photo booth here. It really is. And of course I'm using this phone here, connecting to this one here, which is a little bit cooler than the other phone. But for somehow, the original phone that I was actually broadcasting live on was overheating for some reason. I don't know why, but I found nothing that would actually cool this phone down, although it is slightly cooling down. But of course, yeah, how it was overheating, I will never know. But what I would actually like to say is that we're back on air, and we did try to use the fan. Apparently that doesn't work. But of course, that is just one of those things, isn't it? So, yeah, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to carry on with the show as if we start here. So, of course, where it cut off, we were talking about train strikes. Yes, train strikes we were actually talking about. And thankfully, in a way, it's done me a favour because I can now talk about it on another source, another phone, because I've got the 4G on 4 bars. You can see from this locational area here. So yeah, let's have the link again. So of course I can share it to our moderator, because of course the moderator needs to know, but I'm not quite sure where the other moderators are these days. We're missing them badly. That's what it is. I don't know what's happened to them lately, but they haven't been on for quite some time. But maybe they watch here and there. That is the thing about all that. So yeah, I'll talk about train strikes in just a moment. Okay. Okay. Right. Let's have a look. There we have it. And maybe the link can actually go to the channel now. Right. Okay. Hello, everyone, wherever you are watching entirely. And this is, of course, Evening with Touring with Us with Nicolini Orange here. As I said previously, I am a stage name person, been for quite some time. So, yeah, to summarize basically in brief terms what I was speaking about on the other stream, which of course went off air for overheated reasons. So, yeah, I'm now going to actually explain how we got on this morning. Of course, we had budget breakfasts, and some of us had mega breakfasts, and we had sandwiches in the lunch times. And of course, the kitchen staff were talking about sausages for a sarcastic joke. And then, of course, went over to me. Yeah, sausages for Julian, offering him more sausages, which, of course, could have been free of charge. But, yeah, on the other note, there was the other side of the coin, which I was offered a night stay of £20 for staying longer in a restaurant. But actually, they didn't have a hotel in a restaurant anyway. Some hotels are restaurants as well, but this one doesn't have a hotel at all. That's when I clicked on and knew the guy was being sarcastic. But anyway, let's cut away from all that here, all that nonsense here. This is what you don't get anywhere else apart from GB News or That's TV or whatever it's called. I think it's called Talk TV, actually, not That's TV. That's a different channel altogether, I think. So, yes, we speak more about the train stuff here, and I'm going to talk about what I post on the We Love East Anglia in terms of trains. Some may say choo-choo trains, some may trains as well. So let's and of course, yeah. So if you want to know if your train's cancelled or if there's any strikes, go to the Greater Anglia website. If you're in the vicinity of the Greater Anglia area, of course, there are some Greater Anglia trains that travel of the zone of the area of East Anglia, which means you have to pay more for your trains if you travel outside the zone area of the network. So passengers are urged to plan ahead, or were urged to plan ahead on Saturday evening, which of course meant that there was quite a few cancellations on that day, which was the 20th of May 2023 on a Saturday. But unfortunately, there is some strike additional days of that planned for the 31st of May and the 3rd of June, which will lead to most services not running on those dates. Okay, final details of which services will operate will be published on the Greater Anglia website as soon as they are available. But it is expected that there will be no service on most routes and only a very limited services on the route of Norwich to London Liverpool Street and Colchester to London Liverpool Street, Southend Victoria to London Liverpool Street and Stansted Airport to London Liverpool Street routes. This is what, of course, Jamie Bowles, of the Managing Director of Greater Anglia, had to say, while the let's say it again, while the vast majority of services will be running as normal this Saturday. They were talking about this Saturday, actually. Unfortunately, passengers will face some cancellations across the network due to industrial action short of a strike. We therefore advise customers to plan ahead and check before they travel. He goes on to say they are sorry for any inconvenience, as they always say, caused by these service alterations. The rail industry is working hard to resolve these disputes, and talks will continue with ASLEF and RMT Union to try and reach an agreement. Passenger assistance will be available as usual for all trains which are running. Anyone requiring assistance should plan their journey and book assistance in advance if possible. Further information is available on the Greater Anglia website. That's greateranglia.co.uk. So yeah, you can actually find out your sort of travel advice in your area at Network Rail. Okay, that's the Network Rail website. So that is the latest news as far as strikes are concerned. Okay, so it's planned on the 31st of May and the 3rd of June, which will lead to most services not running on those dates. Yet again, of course, I repeat once more from the Managing Director of Greater Anglia, Jamie Bowles, who's actually said this whilst Mars. I said this wrong again. What's going wrong with me? While vast majority of services will be running normal, speaking about Saturday, the 20th of May 2023, unfortunately, those passengers will face some cancellations across the network. But anyway, he goes on to say other things as well, which I've already spoke about. So yeah, that's that. Of course, I would now like to move on very quickly and speak about, of course, some people don't know about this. If you're not in the area of Haverhill or you're thinking about moving to Haverhill, There is a Haverhill to Bury St Edmunds bus route on the 14 and number 15. And it goes through Keddington, Stradishaw, Tedborough, Horringer and Bury St Edmunds. Of course, this leaflet, of course, has only been updated since 2021. Okay, it says on here in reverse order. Okay, pick yourself a copy of this on the bus, which is, of course, stating 14 and number 15. We welcome any comments, criticisms, or suggestions about any aspects of the service. Please email, phone, or write. If you want to write an email, which is, of course, the kind of old-fashioned way, but yeah, you can write an email, customer services at stevensonsofessex.com. And of course, the number to ring them if you need them at any time. If they are going to answer you, hopefully they will, but keep trying like we try to do. Of course, 01376 50 3050, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Stevenson's, Riverside Industrial Estate, South Street, Rochford, SS4 1BS. And national or nationwide bus times, which is 0871 200 2233. And of course, calls cost 12p per minute plus mobile phone company charges. That's travelline.info. Yeah. So I'll repeat that number again for the nationwide bus times. Number is 071 200 2233. Okay, and of course, yes, let's have a look at the bus timetable as it follows here. These are school days only. Of course, the first bus in the morning is, of course, 7:15 in the morning, and then it goes 7:38 from Haverhill bus station. And of course, it gets to Bury St Edmunds around about 8:35 and 8:27. These are school days only, and school holidays only is 7:15 from Haverhill bus station, and of course reaching Bury St Edmunds by 8:15 in the morning on the number 14 bus. This is, and of course, yes, in Haverhill bus station or at Haverhill bus station starts there at 8:15, and that is where it starts the time in the morning, and of course reaches Bury St Edmunds bus station by the time of 9:08 a.m. in the morning. So of course the 15 starts like this from Haverhill, 9:15, 10:15, which is a number 14, slightly longer to get to Bury St Edmunds on that one, and these two are 15, 12:15 and 1:15, and that is of course normal times, whether it's of course school holidays or not. But of course these are school days only, 14:55 and 15:45, both from Haverhill bus station. These are school days only, and reaches, of course, first one from the 14:55 reaches Bury St Edmunds by 15:53, and of course the other one 15:45 reaches Bury St Edmunds bus station by 16:45. And the school holidays only, which is starting at Haverhill bus station 14:15 and reaching Bury St Edmunds at 15:08. Again, this is school holidays only. And of course, starting from Haverhill 3:15, and of course Bury St Edmunds bus station reaching there at, roughly speaking, of course, 4:08 p.m. in the afternoon. And the last one being from Haverhill bus station, currently to this day, is 5:15. Of course, unless it's, of course, delayed by any reason, then 5:15 is the last one from Haverhill to Bury St Edmunds, of course, departing that time and finishing at the Bury bus station at the usual time, according to the timetable, at 6:08 p.m. And Saturdays are slightly different, of course. They are non-school days anyway, and this will apply just for normal times as well. Haverhill Bus Station, 7:45, 10:15, 12:15, 14:15 and 16:15, which is 4:15 p.m. in the afternoon, all starting from the Haverhill Bus Station and ending up at the Bury St Edmunds Bus Station, firstly in the morning at, of course, from the 7:45 and reaching at Bury Bus Station at 8:38 a.m. and the 10:15 from Haverhill Bus Station will actually end up in Bury St Edmunds at 11:15. The 12:15 will end up in Bury, starting at Haverhill Bus Station and ending up in Bury St Edmunds Bus Station at 1:08 p.m. and of course the normal 2:15 from Haverhill Bus Station will finish at Bury St Edmunds Bus Station at 3:08. These are all usual times according to the bus timetable. And finally, 4:15 is the last one from Haverhill Bus Station to Bury St Edmunds Bus Station, of course finishing at 5:08 p.m. Now, of course, the vice versa, of course, very quickly I'll run through this. 7:30 in the morning from Bury Bus Station, and this is school days only, and it should reach the Haverhill Bus Station at 8:29. School days only are starting from Clapton Green Hill Cottages, 8:40 in the morning and finishing in Haverhill Bus Station at 9:10. These are school days only. And these are all normal times here, the usual Monday to Friday times here. Bury St Edmunds Bus Station kicking off at 9:15, finishing in Haverhill Bus Station at 10:09. You've got the, of course, 10:15, finishing at 11:09 in Haverhill Bus Station, and that's starting from Bury St Edmunds, the 10:15. And then you've got the 11:20, which finishes at Chedborough Bus Shelter at 11:40. The 12:15 from Bury St Edmunds Bus Station, of course, that is a number 15, by the way, will actually start from Bury St Edmunds and finish at Haverhill Bus Station at 1:09. The 1:15 from Bury St Edmunds will finish at Haverhill Bus Station at 2:09 p.m. in the afternoon. And these are school days only. The 15:20, it is the 14B on that one, will start at the Bury St Edmunds Bus Station and, of course, finish at Debden Church End at 3:54. Okay, the rest of them are all sort of school days only. Refer to the timetable for more information on that one. And the school days only, kicking off at 3:15 at Bury St Edmunds Bus Station. Should be a bus turn up there, unless, of course, it's cancelled for whatever reason. Of course, that will kick off at Bury St Edmunds Bus Station and finish at 4:09 p.m. at the Haverhill Bus Station. That's what time it should get there. And the other one, which is the hour afterwards on that day, or any other days, Monday to Friday, 4:15 from Bury St Edmunds Bus Station, that's Bury St Edmunds Bus Station, and finishing up in Haverhill Bus Station at 5:09. Right, okay, that's that. And of course, at 15, the bus number 15, 5:15 at Bury St Edmunds Bus Station, and that should end up in Haverhill Bus Station at 6:09 p.m. And finally, the 6:15 from Bury St Edmunds Bus Station should end up in Haverhill Bus Station by, of course, 9:09 if it's not delayed for whatever reason. Saturdays are different from Bury St Edmunds, of course, the 19:15 in the morning, and you've got the 11:15, 1:15, 3:15 and 5:15 in the afternoon, which is the last one back from Bury St Edmunds, and that should end up in Haverhill, if it's running at all, around about, and of course, if it's not delayed for it, for whatever reason, at 6:09 p.m. And of course, the 3 o'clock one from Bury bus station, that's the 3:15, should end up in Haverhill about 4:14, and of course 1:15 should end up in Haverhill bus station 2:09. Okay, and it starts at of course Bury bus station at 1:15. The 11:15, I'm going backwards here, 11:15 a.m. in the morning from Bury bus station will actually end up in Haverhill bus station, or should do, at around about 12:09. And of course, the last but not least one, the 9:15 from Bury bus station, that's 9:15 in the morning, should end up in Haverhill bus station about, of course, 10:09 p.m. if it is running smoothly. But that is just about it for the, of course, kind of show today. We spoke about, of course, these two leaflets here of Great Yarmouth. We do apologise if we went off air earlier. If you're watching on replay, we do appreciate that. Hit that thumbs up and support the channel in a great way if you possibly can. We do again, once again, apologise for going off air due to overheating of the phone, which of course is cooling down right now. It's the first time that's ever happened. Please stay with us if anything does happen like that into the future. But yeah, that is all for now. Of course, we spoke about the, of course, ARC Cinema, which is on Marine Parade, where the webcam of the Great Yarmouth Marine Parade is. Luxury seating, licensed screens, and a warm welcome and free parking if you are a traveller by car. That's the Marine Parade of Great Yarmouth. And there's even a map to show you here on this leaflet, which is fantastic. So, yeah, another thing to note here, which I did remind some people on the first stream there, the Norfolk Coast's finest amusements. Of course, Leisure Amusement Arcades in Cromer and Great Yarmouth, our family entertainment centre, with arcade games, ticket games that can be redeemed for prizes, and of course, an over 18 casino, hundreds of prizes to be won, including Disney characters, Pandora jewelry, and lots more. How to find us is on the leaflet here for more information, and there's a number to ring them. Of course, it is a Cromer number, and of course the Great Yarmouth number is on the leaflet on that side of the leaflet. So do check them out. It's definitely worth it. And once again, a shout out to, of course, the majestic, of course, of the great hospitality from all the staff there, including Ben, who has been absolutely wonderful, of course, especially that moment, of course, when I thought I lost my thing, whatever that thing was. And of course, it was the most important thing of my entire life, because I wouldn't be here right now. I'd have to, offer, my thanks to anyone that would help out. But yeah, thankfully that wasn't the case, and I managed to get that item back, and hopefully that is a lesson to learn for me. And I remember where I left it, actually, in the amusements itself. So that was another thing altogether. So, of course, one of his staff picked it up and returned it to me, whatever that item was. Very important one. Had all my details and all that kind of thing without saying too much. So that, my all-over friend, is just about it for this evening's show. I was going to have Julian's verdict. Maybe I'll have it tomorrow night, where we will do an extensive evening again. But this time, hopefully, you can all join us for the last sort of evening before we head back to, of course, Suffolk. And we thank everyone that has watched us here and there. Some people have not yet commented on the lives. Some have, some haven't. It's a mixture of a bit of everything. Perhaps they don't really know what we're all about. Well, to put it in a summarization, just before I leave you tonight, I just want to say this now. This is what we're all about here. Touring With Us is actually a channel which is a community-based feeling here. And of course, we're excited to kind of, you know, familiarize you with some of the places that you may not have spotted. There are some places out there that people don't bother to try out and never seen it in their entire life or lives. And we started since lockdown, and of course, you know, for those people who were, of course, suffering with boredom at the time, we started doing this, and of course, we came across an idea from another channel and made us want to do this kind of thing to, of course, keep people happy during, of course, difficult times. And we got through it, and we're still going to be, you know, encouraging people to visit these places. And of course, it has made us think in a way of how we can actually do that to entertain our audience. Some people have sort of contributed to us and supported us by helping the channel grow in many different ways. And of course, we need to encourage that right now and keep you all entertainment, because without them people, we will be here today creating what we are doing right now. But yeah, to cut a long story short, we are going to leave it on that note. But of course, yes, because I'm on a separate stream now, and of course, it's not pre-programmed, which means it's suddenly live, which I didn't really want to have to do. But sometimes we do occasional lives anyway, which is just completely sudden because we don't have time to set up or something like that. But we will have Giuliani's views, as we tried to promise before we got cut off. So I might have to delete that last one because, you know, of that reason we got cut off for whatever reason. So yeah, the reason simple was because the other phone was overheating, and that's the first time that's ever happened. But yeah, it's of course a kind of overcast day. It has been for quite some time, being a Sunday feeling as it usually does over here. But apparently it's warmer inland than it is over in this direction. But anyway, that's another thing altogether. So just to remind people that, of course, if you do ever come to Great Yarmouth, please note that, of course, there is a bus timetable for the Coastal Clipper, which, of course, currently only goes as far as Seashore at the moment. That's a seaside holiday resort, and I've been there when I was a youngster, of course, going in these caravans. I'd love to go back in a caravan, but it's too expensive to actually stay a week for that kind of thing these days. You'd have to have a lot of money to actually spend a few nights there. But anyway, that is another thing altogether. Maybe we could do a weekend. I don't know how that would pan out, but of course, yeah, some of it is self-catering, of course, and you might want to stay longer, but it's always good to trial these things out before you get to know things like that. But yeah, it's always an expensive kind of job. But anyway, two ways you can support us is, of course, as per usual, as we remind you again, PayPal link, of course, the small letters of nclouds@hotmail.co.uk if you want to do it direct online. And of course, the other way is GoFundMe, which is all on the description of the About section. So if you want to know a bit more about us, then of course go on to the description and, you know, check out our videos, what we do as well. We also cater for towns that people haven't seen, also Premier Inns and travel lodges, and of course we have a nice and relaxing show which we occasionally do from time to time, and that is hosted by myself and of course performed by the very own Giuliani Apple, which is now got his stage name under. And of course he does a nice and relaxing show on various sort of days. We're trialing out which days suits best at this moment of time. But thank you so much for, of course, supporting our channel in a great way, and thank you those people who occasionally pop up from time to time, live from Norfolk here. And we should do an extensive show tomorrow to keep us going, keep you all happy and entertaining. when we say entertaining, not the 18 plus stuff, it is the entertaining as in the community feel, family friendly, and of course, we try to talk about stuff that nobody dares to even bother to mention. But yeah, remember, we don't bore you, not on our clocks or our watches, actually. On our watches like that. Is it the right time? I better check the watch. Maybe I should be a referee to sort out the Premiership. But yeah, I won't go into details with that either because I've had a rant on Facebook about that, and that is where I'm just going to leave it for now because I am so fuming with it. And of course, I don't really want to get into the politics side. I'm just so fed up with it, and I would just go on strike. But anyway, that's another thing altogether. And of course, we'll see you all later. And hopefully, you can join us yet again, hopefully, for a full version of something really, really amazing for your channel here. For you are the viewer and you are the fan of this channel, the very one person watching, whether you're watching on replay or on highlights mode. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time and effort to come to this channel. Okay, if you are new to this channel, hit the thumbs up, leave us a comment. Don't be shy to do that. It is free and it doesn't cost you 1 penny to do that. And of course, it doesn't cost you 1 penny to subscribe either. So leave it at that. We'll leave that racing for your mind. We'll say good night to you all. And of course, God bless to you all. Stay safe. And hopefully tomorrow night will be even bigger and better because it will be the last evening. And hopefully we'll have more people having a bit of fun. And our question will be, of course, what has been the favourite, of course, yes, video of yours, and we'll be taking your questions as well. And of course, what has been your favorite video that you've seen over the last few days as well. And the other question will be, of course, if you think you know, we'll give you a clue just for fun. Sometimes we have a prize giveaway, but we won't do it tonight because there's not many people around tonight. But of course, yeah, if you think you know where that picture has been taken, do let us know in the comments. And if you want a copy of this, you can actually purchase your own one. We'll hope to do our own postcards with our signatures on. That is another thing that we're planning on doing as well. And of course, yes, we've got some postcards to send away to some people that we know personally, and we'll probably shove them on our eBay account as well, with our signature, of course. And of course, if you think you know the answer from now until the next show, we'll probably put a question now. Where was this taken? If you think you know the answer, do jot it down in the comments. And of course, we may reveal the answer on Monday night. I think someone's snoring away, wanting some rest now. So I'm going to have my coffee here because I think I've deserved it now after a long speech. And of course, lots of errors been going on here. We have an overheated live stream that we're going to have to take down for that reason because we don't want to be cut off again. So that's why I've had to brief things down and narrow things down and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I did mention about the train strikes on the 31st of May, and of course there's another one on the 3rd of June as well. So be aware of that and check before you travel on any of those days. If you're going to be traveling or thinking of traveling there, you might have to have alternative routes along the way, like a car or bus, that kind of thing. So yeah, it could be a problem. That's why they've made a big massive problem with everything here. Not everywhere you can travel by bus. You have to sort of rely on a car, which is an expensive hobby. And, it can be, but people tend to do that and have enough money left. Well, do they? That's the thing with insurance and taxes on cars, tax on the road, that kind of thing, petrol, which we call diesel these days. With all the costs rising and all that kind of thing, are people not budgeting. I can't say the word. Budgeting enough is the word. People have got to learn to budget. That's what I would say, in my opinion. So leave that racing free mind. Leave you to think about your own opinion on that. If you want to, of course, a lot of opinions, go to Talk TV and GB News. That's my best advice for you. But anyway, leave that, of course, for now. Till next time, take care, stay safe, and I will be relaxing for the evening. And I don't think you'll join me on that, would you? Because you've got to walk a long way or fly a long way, or you may spot me in the town doing a special live. But yeah, we were going to have a little walk around the seafront this evening, but it's a bit grey and murky tonight, so we'll have to give that a miss for now. So anyway, cut a long story short, we'll leave it on that note. Thank you for watching, and God bless you all, and stay safe. Cheerio then. Bye now.